Alright, this is John Cole with OKRaw.com. Happy New Year's, guys! Well, and girls out there. It's now 2018 and this starts my 23rd year living on a fresh fruit and vegetable raw foods diet. And in this episode, I hope to share with you guys some of my tips that I've learned over these last 20 odd years I've been into this lifestyle. And more specifically, I want to share with you guys my top 10 foods you guys want to nix, get rid of, eliminate out of your diet, or at least drastically reduce the amount that you're eating. So if you are going to eat any of these foods, they're in very minute or small quantities. These are some of the foods that can promote weight gain, and more importantly, besides just the weight gain, is also can make you very unhealthy, which can lead to many other different chronic diseases and situations in your body. I mean, diabetes, it's rampant. And that's because of these very foods that I'll be sharing with you guys in a minute. I don't want this video to be too long, so we're just going to go ahead and get right into these foods. And then after that, we're going to get into, what you should eat instead, and also why these foods are actually so bad for you. So food number one I want you guys to eliminate are any kind of meat products, whether that's processed meat, deli meats, hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken you barbecue, lamb, veal, fish, all that counts, right? We want to get rid of the meat products. These have properties within them where they're actually very high calorie and very low antioxidant and nutritional power. In addition, they can promote the growth of things like cancer in your body. That's not very good. Plus, if you're thinking about the animals, it's not really good for the animals either, because, they have to be killed so that you guys can eat them. Food number two you guys want to eliminate completely is the dairy products. I know you guys love the cheese, right? Everybody loves the cheese. Cheese, yogurt, ice cream, all these foods are not healthy for us, right? They have foreign proteins within them, and every time we eat any kind of animal-based product, it activates our immune system. This is known as leukocytosis. And so that's like the boy who cried wolf happening every time you eat these animal products that are very high in calories but low in nutrients. Third food, eggs. Everybody loves eggs, raw eggs, fried eggs, scrambled eggs, hard-boiled eggs, however you guys want to eat them, right? Eggs are not a health food. They cannot be described as healthy according to the USDA, and there's a problem if the USDA says that egg producers can't call their eggs healthy. What is the problem with the eggs? Even free-range chickens you have in your own backyard, in my opinion, they are not healthy and should not be consumed, especially in the large amounts that most people do. And I mean, if you guys think about it, there's no animal on earth that'll eat 3 meals a day of like meat, dairy, or egg products, right? All animals on earth, they'll gorge and they'll feast wolves, they'll feast on whatever they got, but they're not eating 3 meals every day. Americans are overfed and undernourished, and it's some of these high-calorie animal products that are causing a big portion of the problem. Number 4, this is for you guys that are vegans out there, just because you think, oh, I don't eat animal products, John, I'm safe. No, there's vegan products, plenty of plant-based products that are totally bad for you guys as well. Bakery products, breads and cookies and muffins and croissants and pancakes and waffles, all these foods that are basically highly processed foods made in a factory. I mean, actually all the animal products normally eaten, meat, eggs, dairy, those are all also made in factories as well, factory farming, right? But anyways, even these vegan or plant-based products made out of refined grains, refined sugars, oils, and salt are really detrimental for your health. There are new research studies coming out on how it can make you depressed. And these high-calorie foods with low nutrients can cause you to pack on the pounds. So I want you guys to get rid of them. Fifth food I want you guys to get rid of or nix are potato chips and other fried food products such as French fries. Everybody loves French fries, egg rolls, even tempura, right? I used to love tempura. But any kind of fried foods, these are not health foods for us. They can cause inflammation. They're fried in 100% fat or oil, whether that's trans fats, which is really bad, can also be in bakery products, or whether it's even fried in olive oil. When foods are fried at high temperatures, it creates toxins that could be cancerous and really not good for us. In addition, those are also very high calorie foods with low levels of nutrients due to the high heat frying. So the sixth food I want you guys to get rid of are the fast foods and other salty foods. I mean, you guys know that fast foods are junk foods. These foods are just simply not healthy for us. Why are they not healthy for us? Well, because they're highly processed products and have like white flour, white sugar, salt, fats, and oil. And these foods, once again, contribute to weight gain and unhealthy conditions because they also displace some of the healthier foods you guys can be eating. So I want you guys to get rid of these foods out of your diet. I mean, the fast food companies know when you go buy a burger at Burger King or go to Chili's and get a sandwich or something, these foods have very high sodium amounts, right? Literally more sodium than I eat in a day, or I would recommend that anybody eat in a day. And when you eat excess sodium, your body is going to store and retain excess water. So one of the easiest ways to shed weight is to stop eating those salty foods in your body and get hydrated. Your body will just shed some of that water weight naturally. The seventh food I want you guys to eliminate are sodas and other bottled and canned beverages, whether that's Gatorade or even whatever health food drinks like kombucha, right? These have added sugars in there that are not healthy for us. Once again, when they start processing sugars, whether that's white sugar, whether that's sucanat, whether that's even agave, which is basically concentrated sugar, or even maple syrup or honey, these concentrated sweeteners have lots of calories and very little nutrition to come along with the calories. And you know, excess sugar is not good. There's lots of new research studies coming out that it could cause lots of problems. So you guys need to kick the habit and drink something healthier. Eighth thing I want you guys to eliminate, and this is no surprise when we just passed Halloween a couple months ago, is candy. Come on guys, candy not healthy for, I don't care if it's a raw food chocolate or whether it's a Snickers bar and M&Ms or whatever your favorite candy is, right? Once again, candy has those processed sugars, whether it's white sugar, sucanat, honey, maple syrup, agave, even raw sugars. These are not healthy because once again, they're very high calorically and they don't have a lot of nutrients to go with it, and they really trick our brain. The more processed sugar you eat in any form, whether that's from a soda, a candy, or whatever, really keeps your sensitivity to sugar high, so you got to keep eating these high sugar products to get your fix, to feel good. And when you eat something like an apple, nature's fresh food, the fresh sugar that contains within the apple with all other kinds of phytonutrients, vitamins, minerals, and the structured water in the apple, it just doesn't taste good because it's not as sweet as those concentrated candies and other sugary products that you guys might be eating. So yes, even if it's a raw vegan chocolate candy bar, I want you guys to get rid of that stuff. Ninth food that I want you guys to nix out of your diet, and this is like oil-based dressings and actually other oils. Actually, oils are concentrated nutrients. Once again, they have basically concentrated source of calories with very little nutrition. Most packaged dressings, salad dressings, are actually an oil base because that's, and then they add also, guess what they add in there? They add salt and sugar to make that oil taste good, and then everybody loves salad dressings. Now I will say this, if a salad dressing allows you to eat some extra, leafy green vegetables that you wouldn't eat, hey, that's great. But I would encourage you guys to make your own salad dressings. A really simple salad dressing is to use like orange juice that you make yourself at home, squeeze out some oranges or even buy some orange juice, and then just put it in a blender with a handful of nuts. Macadamia nuts are my favorite. That'll make a nice orange creamy dressing that's so delicious and at least 10 times healthier for you than an oil-based dressing that are also very high in calories. I mean, weight loss is somewhat about calories in, calories out, but there's a whole nother dimension that most people fail to think about that we'll be talking about in just a second. 10th thing I want you guys to eliminate are bottled waters and actually other foods that are stored in BPA containers. So like most canned foods actually are lined with the BPA, which is a plastic in there, and then those foods are absorbing the BPA chemicals in those foods, and there has been studies to show that BPA can cause excess weight gain. In addition, you ever drink one of those bottled waters and you drink it and it's like, man, John, that kind of tastes like plastic. Well, yeah, you're drinking the plastic. And for me, bottled water is a last resort. If I'm like totally dehydrated, it's probably better to drink a bottled water than be dehydrated, because being dehydrated can cause many problems in itself that being said, I'd rather eat like an orange or a watermelon first from fresh water than, you know, something in a plastic bottle, or I'd rather drink, you know, like a coconut that's in nature's packaging, fully compostable. And this is not to mention the problem with plastics being disposed of and ending up in the ocean and all these kind of things, right? But BPA can be detrimental to your health, and I think the biggest problem with the BPA is not like BPA in your juicer or blender, which I don't recommend, you know, buying a blender or juicer with BPA in theirs. But, you know, there's very minimal contact time. Say you have a blender craft and there's BPA in there, like most Vitamix crafts that are produced, you know, I don't know, 5 years ago had BPA in there. You blend something in there, but you're blending it for like a couple minutes and you pour it out and you drink it, right? It's not like a bottle of water sitting on a shelf in the store for months or maybe even years in canned food, and those toxins are literally absorbing in to the food. So I want you guys to get rid of those as well. So next, what I want to do is I want to get into the reasons why I want you guys to nix all those foods that I just talked about. So the reason why I want you guys to get rid of the foods that I was just discussing are because the majority of those foods are processed fractionated foods and or high calorie foods with low levels of micronutrients. And micronutrients is a thing I want you guys to think about in this new year. It's going to be the new buzzword if you haven't heard about it already. There's macronutrients, which most people know about. You know, carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. And these are like your macronutrients. And everybody always worries about the macronutrients, but very few people are concerned with or know about the micronutrients. So, you know, the macronutrients generally are concerned about like with the calories, and the micronutrients basically provide you no major calorie benefit, but these are the powerhouses that allow you to shed the weight. Most people have too many macronutrients and not enough micronutrients, so then our bodies are non-functional. You know, the micronutrients are things like the vitamins, the minerals, things like the fiber in the foods, it's things like the structured water in the foods, it's things like the phytochemicals and phytonutrients, or the antioxidant properties in the food that help us, our bodies, shed weight, help us fight disease. And these are the most important things that you could be eating. So if you're kind of wondering, John, what are the foods that have these micronutrients in it? Well, guess what? The foods that have the most amount of micronutrients in the entire world are fresh fruits and fresh vegetables, especially the leafy greens, the sprouts, and the microgreens. These are the foods that you guys should be concentrating on in your diets on a daily basis. As a matter of fact, for the last 22 years, my diet has been focused around eating fresh fruits and fresh vegetables, leafy greens, sprouts, and microgreens, you know, as the majority of what I eat in a day to give my body the most amount of nutrients so that I could still literally be the same weight that I was in high school. And I can't say that about other friends and family members that I know because, you know, they're eating the standard American diet, and what happens to people when they eat the standard American diet? Well, guess what? They get bigger and bigger, and I mean, I think according to statistics, over 70% of Americans are either obese or overweight. And this is not really a surprise because the American diet, the standard American diet, all the foods I want you guys to eliminate, cause this exact problem. So it's like, actually, it's outside the norm if you're actually eating the standard American diet and you're actually skinny. Think of yourself as lucky, but just because you might be skinny eating the standard American diet, you know, you're probably still not healthy because you are missing these very important micronutrients, right? Some of the different micronutrients in leafy greens, lutein and zeaxanthin, they can be good for your eyes. You know, carotenoids, lycopene, I could say all these different buzzwords. Anthocyanin in red algae. You know, these are nutrients that we really need to help our body function, right? The anthocyanins have been researched lately. That's like the purple pigments in the blueberries and the purple carrots and even like the outer skin of the eggplant and black rice and wild rice. The purple pigments have been shown to help regulate weight, lower blood sugar issues, and help reverse heart disease conditions. So this is totally amazing. Just literally eating and choosing to eat different foods can make such a vast difference in your life. So I want you guys to focus your meals around eating high quantities of fruits and vegetables. And if you guys like, John, I don't like fruits and vegetables, they don't taste good for me. Well, then what I would recommend for you guys is actually to start juicing them. Juicing is the #1 easiest way to concentrate the volume of fruits and vegetables you guys could get in just a small amount. I mean, I just juiced literally 2 gallons of juice a little bit earlier. I had made grapefruit juice, I made pineapple juice, I also made like a pineapple, beet, carrot, zucchini, pepper, hot pepper, ginger, turmeric juice, right? And you know, this allows me to get a lot of vegetables in just 1 glass of juice. I mean, you could take 5 pounds of carrots, juice 5 pounds of carrots, and you'll just have 5 cups of juice, and that's not a lot of juice to drink. So now you're maximizing and kicking up the volume of the fresh fruits and fresh vegetables you guys could intake. And I do encourage you guys to focus around juicing, especially the vegetables and leafy green vegetables, and especially colorful root vegetables like the purple carrots. These are some of the most beneficial foods on the entire planet that unfortunately most people simply do not eat. So one easy thing to do is, instead of eating breakfast, juice for breakfast. Make a fresh juice right then and there. 1 out of 3 meals of your day is going to be health foods. And then try to eat a nice large salad, for lunch, and then maybe have like some pieces of fruit for snacks if you kind of get hungry. And then for dinner, have a nice plant-based meal. And whether you want to have some plant-based proteins, and plant-based proteins, they're all the rage, beans and rice instead of eating, chicken. These are also much healthier for you. And when you guys choose your rice or beans to eat, hey, pick those dark pigmented ones. You'll also get the benefits of the anthocyanins. So that's very important as well. Another way to increase the amount of greens is make green smoothies. Green smoothies are totally delicious. You could take your blender, any kind of blender you got, put some coconut water, some filtered water in there, not from a plastic bottle, and I'll put in some leafy green vegetables, spring mix, spinach, and I always encourage you guys to rotate the different greens you're eating. Put some, frozen bananas in there, or other frozen fruits or fresh fruits to make it sweet. Blend it on up, drink it on up, and then you're going to get more of these beneficial fruits and vegetables in you. And the thing is, when you're eating fruits and vegetables, they have high water content. Fruits and vegetables are, for the most part, most of them, are over 70% water content. We are actually over 70% water content. So when you eat fruits and vegetables, they are actually hydrating to you. And when you eat cooked foods, fried foods, a lot of the foods that I talked about earlier that are cooked, the water's cooked out of them, that's dehydrating to you and can cause some of the health challenges that you guys are having. So I think in summary, I want you guys to do some homework, right? If you guys are really serious about losing weight and getting healthier, and don't just think of losing weight as losing weight, think of it as starting a new life, because you could simply lose weight by starving yourself, but that is not healthful in my opinion. But if you start losing weight by eating healthier foods, you'll shed the pounds slowly, and do this consistently. So don't do this yo-yo diet thing, make the fruits and vegetables a lifestyle choice. So you're going to start today, right after you watch this video, you're going to have at least 1 meal a day of fruits and vegetables, and maybe go to 2 meals a day of fruits and vegetables, and then like me, try to have 3 meals a day based around fruits and vegetables with small amounts of other things. If you guys want to like reward yourself once a week with a steak Friday night, but you've eaten fruits and vegetables the rest of the week, hey, that's great. I want you guys to maximize the fruit and vegetables consumption and minimize and or completely eliminate, that'd be even better, all the foods that I just talked about, so you guys can lose the weight, get healthy in 2018. The final thing I want you guys to do as homework is I will put links down below to 2 videos I want you guys to watch if you guys are serious about your health, serious about losing weight. Number 1, Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. That's one of the best movies that ever came out that shows the power, the true power of juicing to somebody that doesn't even believe in juicing or thinks it's going to help, right? This guy was fat, sick, and nearly dead, and he just literally started juicing. It turned his health around. It also, basically, it's like rebooting your computer when you do what's called a juice fast or juice feast, because now you're just taking in good stuff and your body resets, your taste buds reset after having the good stuff for a while, and then you actually don't like the flavor of the bad stuff anymore, because I know this is a big challenge for many people that are used to eating the way they do. The other movie I want you guys to watch, it's on Netflix. I'll post a link down below also so you guys could watch it, is What the Health. It just came out 2018. It's been controversial in some realms, but I believe in everything they say, and I've been doing the diet style they've been recommending in that movie, and it's changed many people's lives. So watch that movie too. Also, be sure to click on the subscribe button right down below so you don't miss out on any of my new and upcoming episodes. I'll be coming out every 5 to 7 days. You never know where I'll show up or what you'll be learning on my YouTube channel, so that you too could get healthier and obtain your health goals in 2018. Also, be sure to check my past episodes. My past episodes are a wealth of knowledge, over 500 episodes at this time, teach you guys all aspects on how to incorporate more fresh fruits and fresh vegetables, and more importantly, how to do it in the healthiest way possible. So with that, my name is John Kohler with OKRaw.com. We'll see you next time, and until then, remember, keep eating your fresh fruits and vegetables. They're always the best.